Good morning to all of you. Kindly greet each other a pleasant morning first. No? Tell them, it's nice to see you again. No? Kag salamat sa Dios, buhi pata. Of course, this is the reason why we are gathered here. Firstly, because we want to give thanks to the Lord for all the many blessings that He has poured upon each and every one of us all through these years. No, kaga ining reunion, as I was told by Sir Alan, it is in celebration because you will now be entering a new citizenship, no, sa inyong kabuhi. That is not American citizenship, not Canadian, not Australian, but senior citizen. No? Mas senior na kita, kay tungod nga masulod na kita sa aton nga ika-60th nung birthday within this year. But anyway, reunions are wonderful gatherings. Why? Because it reminds us of the graciousness of God. And His graciousness is not only poured upon the material things that we have received, but most specifically because He has graced us with so many people who have journeyed with us. Kagang aton nga mga classmates, no? Most especially sang high school kita, maybe ang iban diri sa aton halin pa lang sang elementary o lulubdanay na. Kag makita naton nga nagatubo no nga nagdinalag ko kita nga more or less ang isa kag isa ang aton nga kaupod. I always wonder, no, why is it that so many people would always want to remember their high school days? Rabalang kung kisa pag magsiling ka reunion, mostly ang high school nga reunion, mayara iban nga reunion sila ang ilang nga elementary nga batch. Mayara man iban nga reunion sila ang ilang college nga batch. Pero most often, ang mga pinakamasadya nga reunion ang high school nga reunion. Because when we also held, no, when we hosted our high school reunion, kay tungod nga nag-celebrate man kami sang amon nga ika-25th nga anniversary right after our graduation, dito ko lang na-realize nga siling ko nga mas sadya ang high school. Kay tungod sang elementary kita, gagmay mata, wala matamayo animo, right? Pero sang college na kita, do ka seryoso na sa aton sa kabuhi. Kay tungod nga ang aton na ginapaminsar, ang aton nga obra pagkatapos nga makagraduate kita. Pero ang high school, amo na pinaka-exciting nga kabuhi sang aton nga pag-eskwela. Kay ti syempre sang elementary kita, buot pa kita, no? Paglabot sang high school, damo na kita natun-an nga mga maayo. Pero do dito man naton guro natun-an ang laban nga mga katuntuhan no nga dapat wala gani naton natun-an. But anyway, it makes our life exciting because we know that we have learned a lot of lessons, not only from those good things that had happened to us, but even from the mistakes that we were able to commit. Even from those sometimes, no, quote and quote, stupidity, no nga ato nahimo, kay tungod nga very adventurous kita sang high school kita. And why is it nga ang bond naton sa aton mga high school classmates very strong, kay dari nagtubo ang aton nga buot. Nga samtang naga-explore kita sang kalibutan, while we are exploring the world, we have them with us. We explore the world together. And then, syempre, paglabot na sang college, seryoso na kita. And maybe for some of you here, for the longest time, pag-ulang kamuliwat na kitanay. I do not know if after high school graduation, subong lang liwat ang iban nagkitanay. Which when we celebrated last May sang amon nga reunion, I had many batches, mga batchmates ko kag mga classmates ko nga the last time I was able to see them was during our graduation. After that, wala na. Nagkit-anay kami liwat 25 years after. And so, this is the reason why we are gathered here, because we celebrate friendship. We celebrate life. And together with this celebration, we are not forgetting and we are remembering also in our gathering all of our classmates and batchmates who have gone ahead of us. They always say that it is possible to do good deeds without loving God. But it is impossible to love God and not to perform good deeds. These are two distinct things. These are two different situations. Why? Posible gid nga makahimo ako sang mga kaayuhan bisan wala ko gatuo sa Dios. Posible gid nga makabulig ako sa iban nga mga tao. It is possible for me to help other people even though I do not believe in God. Even though I do not acknowledge His presence. And it is being presented to us through sa mga tao nga ginatawag naton nga mga philanthropists. Nga mga philanthropists, although many of them do believe in God, many of them also are atheists. Rablang wala sila sa Dios nga ginapatihan, wala sila sa Dios nga ginatuuhan, kag para sa ila, wala man sila sa Dios nga ginaalagaran. And so if you come to ask them, why are you doing the things that you do? Why are you into helping people? Why are you helping the sick? Why are you helping the oppressed? Why are you doing all of these things for these people? And the common answer is, I do this because every time I get to see people being happy, nagakalipay man ko. So meaning to say, if I get to help these people, and after helping them, I have realized that I made them happy, that makes me happy. And that is the sole purpose and the sole reason. Why am I doing all of these things? Because every time I get to see them happy, I become happy. And so therefore, their happiness is the object of my happiness. But my happiness also depends on their happiness. And so when the time comes, nga ining mga tawo nga akon kinabuligan, I can no longer see in them the happiness that I am looking from them, then therefore masaylo naman ko sa iban. Lain naman dayon nga ulobrahon ang akon nga himuon, kay tungod nga ining akon ginahimo sang una, though it was good, but it does not give me happiness anymore. So masaylo na naman ko. And that kind of process is very egocentric, very self-centered. Meaning to say, I do these things because it makes me happy. Whoever the person in front of me that can give me happiness, then I will help that person. But there is another way of gaining happiness, which is for us, Christians and Catholics, more salvific. Pag magsiling ka nga nagakalipay kita, hindi lang kay egocentric, nga sa akon lang kaugalingon, pero ining kalipay nga akon nabatyagan is salvific. Meaning, it is always connected to God. It is always being governed and directed by the love that God has for me and the love that I have for God. Kay tungod nga I do the things that I do, it's because God wants me to. And not all the time, the things that the Lord wants me to do are easy. There are instances that, Lord, I love you. But what you are asking right now is too much. Lord, I was so hurt. It was very, very painful for me that this person has offended me. And yet now you're asking me to forgive this person. Lord, I love you, but it's too much. Di ba? May mga instances nga ginapahimo ang Ginoo sa aton, nga sa aton nga pagpalangga sa iya, kabudlay, it's not always easy to forgive. It is not always easy to be charitable. It's not always easy to be understandable. It's not always easy to be patient. It's not always easy to help others. Most especially if these people whom you are helping, you don't get to see that they are helping themselves in return. Arabalang, Lord, kabudlay man ni sa ila buligan, kay kung magatubang ko sila to, wala man ni gani nila ginabuligan ang ila kaugalingon, then will I continue doing the things that I do for them? And when we ask those questions, we know the answer. The Lord will tell us, please do continue. Even if it's difficult, continue to forgive. Even if it is difficult, continue to be charitable. Even if it is difficult, continue to be patient. Because that's the reason why I am asking you to love me. That's the very reason why I want you to express your love for me. Once there was a story of a reporter who went to Calcutta to visit Mother Teresa, Saint Mother Teresa. Because this reporter wanted to experience firsthand the things that this saintly woman was doing. And so he went there at Calcutta and he started following Mother Teresa to those places where they were attending to the lepers. Kagang ini nga reporter, he was able to witness what the nuns were doing. They were tending to lepers. Kagang pagtinlo sang pilas, di ba? Pagpakaon sa ila, pag-attender sa ila, it was maybe for some disgusting. No kay ti ko especially kung do ka mahilig ko sa marablang hindi ka mahilig sa mga mahigko. Then right after within that day, that reporter went to Mother Teresa and said, "You know what, Mother Teresa, even if somebody gives me $1 million to do the things that you do, I will not do it." Ano ang sabat ni Mother Teresa sa iya? Neither will I. If someone gives me $1 million just to take care of these sick people, I will not do it also, just for the sake of taking good care of them. I do what I do because I see Jesus in them. I do what I do because I see Jesus in them. Now we are entering into a new phase of our life. Kagsilingan nila, the longer that we stay in this world, the normal process would be the more we get to realize the things that really matter. Diba? Samtang gadugay, kita nga nagadugay diri sa kalibutan, amat-amat naton makita kag mahibaluan kung ano ang mga bagay nga importante. Muna nga, if you go to churches, if you attend daily masses, most of the time, the attendees are senior citizens and old ones. Mga tigulang na ang naga-attend subong pag magsimba kabla sa aga, mga tigulang na natanan ang mga nag-aalala tender Sometimes there's a joke na siling sila, kay kabalo ka, Father, kabalo sila, na sila sa pre-departure area. So they really have to prepare themselves to meet their Creator. But why is it not so many young people are into attending the Eucharist? Because for them, masiling sila, do hindi ko pa man nakinanglan, subong dugay pa man ko mapatay, sa dason na lang ko mapalapit sa Ginoo. Pag magtigulang nako, parehas kay lolo, kag kay lola. But we all know that life is very unpredictable. We know that death will come to us in a very unexpected way. And so that's the reason why all the more we have to prepare ourselves for it. In the gospel that we have heard, Jesus has said, if you want to prepare a banquet, you invite people, not your friends, not your relatives, not even your wealthy neighbors, because definitely they have the capacity to invite you back na sa ilang mga celebration. And sometimes, amo ng iba na mga tao, why do we hold parties? Why do we hold celebrations? Because we want to establish connections. Right? May ara na iban nga mga churches, may ara iban nga mga simbahan. I have known so many former Catholic friends of ours who were businessmen and businesswomen who transferred to other religion. From Catholics, they transferred to other religion. And some even confessed, Father, pasensya na nga nagsaylo ko dito sa sina nga relihiyon, kay tungod nga atuto ang amon business partners. Pasensya na, Father, nagsaylo ko sa amon na nga relihiyon, kay kinanglan ko nga makakonect sa sini nga mga tao. Meaning to say, they were just making use of religion as a tool to be able to get what they are looking for. Not so much because they wanted to establish their relationship with God. Even para sa iban, pag magpabunyag sang ila bata, ay kwaa ni si amuni nga maninoy mo. Kwaa si amuni nga maninay, si mayor, si councilor, si congressman, si governor. Para sa ulihi, pag may kinanglan kita, hapos kita makapalapit sa ila. Kaluoy man sang bata. Because definitely, si mayor, si congressman, si governor, si senator will not be there for my child to teach that child of mine how to become a good Christian. And so that's a big question. That's why siling sang Ginoo, if you want to prepare a banquet, invite the poor, the lame, the blind, and the crippled. They cannot repay you. And precisely, you have to rejoice because at the resurrection of the dead, you will be receiving your reward. But my dear brothers and sisters, we can only do this if first we are able to establish our relationship with God. Kung nagahigugma ako sa Ginoo, definitely I will help people without conditions. If I get to love God, then I will help those people who are in need. And I will not be expecting anything or something in return. And I truly believe that that is real love. Amo na ang tutuod nga paghigugma sa Ginoo. Nagahimo kita sang kaayuhan, It's because the good deeds that I am performing are just but fruits of the love that I have for God. My dear brothers and sisters, I know that all of us here can say that indeed the Lord is gracious, that indeed the Lord is very loving, that indeed the Lord is very merciful. And He has journeyed with you all through these years. And the question is, have I really acknowledged the goodness of God in my life? At this point and at this stage of my life, what are the things that I consider important to me? But at the end of the day, whatever it is that we are doing, whatever it is that we want to achieve in our life, it is all because we want to improve our relationship with each other. And hopefully by doing so, hindi ta malipatan ang isa kag isa, ilabinagit ang Ginoo. Many young people nowadays are very much confused. They have no directions in life. But if you get to assess their status in life, it's as if that they already have whatever it is that they need. Their parents are working hard to provide for them. But the irony of it all, because the parents were so focused on providing the material needs of the children, nalipatan na nila ang ila mismo mga kabataan. And so, my dear friends, the Lord is so good. And the Lord has been good to you, and He will continue to do so. Amo na kaayo ang aton nga Ginoo. And hopefully, sa aton nga pagpadayon, sa aton nga pagpangabuhi, now that we get to see the world, now that we get to experience life, I hope that the lessons that we have learned, we can be able to apply them concretely sa aton pang-adlaw-adlaw nga pagpangabuhi. And let us always remember that at the end, God will only ask us for one thing. When we come face to face with Him, the Lord will ask us not how much we have gained, not how much we have achieved, but rather how much we have loved Him in this world. Kung ang aton masabat, Lord, I have loved you this much because I was able to show that love to others. Then the Lord will say, my dear daughter, my dear son, well done. Come, enter into my kingdom. Amen.